All right, Cancerians, let's get into your reading. Welcome to my tarot table. My name is Michelle, and this is Born Without Boundaries Tarot. Cancers, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. I also have a second YouTube channel called Astrology Motivation, where I do daily general YouTube reading live chats. So I'd love to have you join me over there. Please remember that I always create an extended reading for you. So hopefully you will join in that as well, and I will attach the links in the description box below, and I will pin it to the top of the comment section. We're going to go over some of the astrology as well. The moon is traveling through Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. Gemini and Virgo are run by Mercury, ruled by Mercury. They never have a really great time with the moon. Not because they're against emotion, but because there's such a logical energy in any house that is ruled by Mercury. It's just going to be such logical energy, such, hey, I want to talk about it energy. And the moon tends to be very quiet. It tends to be very hidden. It tends to be very mysterious. It tends to be very psychic. It tends to know things intuitively and empathically and psychically instead of knowing them logically or pragmatically. And so it's not that they hate each other, it's that they speak totally and completely different languages. And I think the beautiful reminder that the moon gets as it's going through Gemini and it's going through Virgo is that our perspective and the way that we are is not the only way to be. And even though we don't have any obligation to be like other people, we do have an obligation to use our empathy to reach out to even those people who are not like us and try to understand them. Because there's always a point of connection and there's always a way to translate. And if you really care, there's always a way to learn and understand these energies that are completely different than yours. Now, the moon in Gemini loves its freedom. So at least for the first part of the week, and while the moon is honored really to be part of the conjunction that is the grand trine in the sky right now between Mars and the sun conjunct Venus, as it goes through Gemini, it will be a part of that, and it will kind of reflect and really absorb the clarity and the intellectual objectivity that a grand trine in an air sign gives. So expect that at least in the beginning of this week, there will be clarity, especially in how we talk to others and even what others mean. You know, what others have said to us, or being able to understand different people that we're speaking to. We might find ourselves being extra curious and wanting to learn something else and something different than ourselves. As we move over to the weekend, we're going to be in Cancer. The moon's going to be in Cancer. That's my lunar return. Please leave your comments below. I would love to know what your lunar return is. I'm a Cancer sun and moon. And that usually is, we're really cozy when we go home. Let's put it that way. You could feel a little bit loopy, a little bit lazy. Maybe lazy is a negative connotation. It's more just relaxed and just kind of like needing to be hugged, needing to be nurtured, or needing to nurture, especially if you've just started having conversations with people and learning different things about them. Immediately, Cancers, especially with the moon in Cancer, will be like, okay, well, how can I make these people feel at home? How can I make somebody feel loved? And so expect it to be kind of a very loving weekend. And then as we go into the beginning of the week, we have the moon in Leo, which can be very, very difficult energy for us, to be honest with you, because the moon is everything that the sun is everything that shines, and we are everything that is hidden. You know, it is everything that you show on the outside versus everything that you keep personal. And so I think when the moon goes into Leo, there's going to be a sense of, okay, now I'm ready to be seen. Now I want to be seen. I want to glow. I want to shine. I want to share. And maybe in a way, I want to be loved. I want to be seen. I'm preparing myself. I'm ready for that. And then toward the end of this week, we have the moon going into Virgo. And that moon in Virgo can be very, very worrisome and very, very needy of things being on time and things being expected, but it also makes us personally attuned to needing to be on schedule and needing to be on time, and realizing that us doing those things actually helps other people be comfortable with us. So there's a lot of journey of growth and healing here, especially between us and other people. So look out for those energies in all aspects of your life this week. The two cards that flipped in front of me, Cancerians, are Set Healthy Boundaries, which is in reverse, and Lay a Solid Foundation, which is in reverse. They reveal to me one thing, and it's really easy. That one thing is there's a certain dynamic, I would say it's a relationship in your life, where the reason why things are running amok and the reason why things are not working, or the reason why things have become unbalanced or unhealthy, is because you have not set firm boundaries. You didn't when it started. So this week, especially as we're talking to different people and really curious about others and expanding maybe even our friendships, there is this concept of please be very aware of setting boundaries, of who you are before you met somebody else. And before you get so excited and so exuberant about this new person, you forget who you are and what your comfort levels are. It's really, really necessary for us to make sure of those things, because that could cause a great deal of challenge for us in the future, especially if these people stay in our lives. So I mean, it's just so natural for a Cancerian to meet people and make them happy and make them feel comfortable. But where are your comfort levels? So please be very aware of that as you're forming maybe new relationships or addressing situations. So if you've been having issues with somebody at work, if you've been having issues with somebody, even your spouse, even people you've known for years, the issues are founded on the fact that you or they or both of you did not set firm boundaries, and that has caused something to get unhealthy or out of control. Now, if this is a relationship with yourself that we're talking about, then we're talking about, I haven't been setting boundaries. Maybe I'm eating too much. Maybe I'm smoking too much. Maybe I'm drinking too much. Maybe I'm exercising too much. Maybe I'm drinking too much water. There's something here that's being done in excess that is throwing off our health or the health of a relationship. So that's bam, front and center. Why do I know Spirit wants me to talk to you about this? Because it's been staring at me since I started this video. So the front and center, that's the dynamic that you need to be very aware of as you move into this week. This is a divine message that comes to you when it's supposed to. Yes, the astrology happens at a specific time, but the energy comes to you when you're ready to receive it. So this video is coming to you whenever it is necessary in your life. So just wanted you guys to know that. Bring a gentle touch and trust the great mystery. So we're kind of looking at what cascaded into where we are now. And what I want to do is work on what's the outcome, what the future is to expect. But Spirit is telling us to dig into how we got here, so that I think we have context and listen, I just trust Spirit. So let's journey with me. Bring a gentle touch and trust a great mystery. You just decided to love someone, or you just decided to love something, or immediately you threw yourself into this. It's almost like the first time you tasted chocolate and you were just like, me and you forever. You know what I'm saying? And then it was just like excess your whole life. But that's what it is. It's like, it was almost like love at first sight. It was started out really innocent. It started out really open, wide-eyed, and you just dove right in, completely immersed yourself in it. I don't mean to stereotype y'all, but that is a very Cancerian thing to do. Just saying. And then we have life is speeding up and tend to the small things. We have Gemini energy and Virgo energy. This is very progressive Gemini energy, which means putting things together. Putting things together, like things moving fast, happening quickly. But it almost tells me that as you were putting things together, you were dropping things along the side. And all those things that dropped, you thought, oh, it's nothing, oh, it's nothing, oh, it's nothing. It was a lot. It ended up accumulating to be a lot. You were in such a hurry to put everything together, you missed some shit. And that shit is now starting to stink. That's what's kind of happening. So there is just this sense of something was happening so quickly, you missed the details. Now, this could have to do with administrative, academic, numbers, fine print. So maybe take some time over this weekend, even though you don't want to. Believe me, I'm right there with you. Go through the fine print. Take the time to look through those things, because a lot of things have dropped off because you made the decision too quickly, is what I want to say. And maybe you made the decision too quickly that you even like this stuff, because the truth is, whatever this stuff is, even if it's a person or a job, it doesn't matter. It seems like the amount of enthusiasm you have for it had to do with your doe-eyed, wide-eyed, dreamy understanding of it, and not necessarily the reality of it. And now the reality of something is catching up to you. So we had or something happened really quickly, and it wasn't even your decision. It's just like you just hit the ground running and it took off really, really wonderfully. But it took off so fast and it worked so well in the beginning that now that it needs maintenance, you haven't gotten the education in how to maintain it. See, a lot of times when we start off real slow, we learn the ins and outs and the details of things, very, very particular things that it may take us longer to get there, but when we get there, we're experts. And now we don't need the hard, nothing's going to be hard because we've already been through the hardship. It seems like there is a situation in your life that it just worked out so well. Just like you were able to just dive in, and now all the odds and ends and ins and outs and particulars are catching up to you, and you don't know them and you don't understand them, and that can be a real pain in the ass. Does this have to be a game changer? It is it's a behavior changer. It's not necessarily a game changer, and in fact, if you live up to and confront these things, could actually make you this is the secret to the success that you've been seeking. This is the secret to the relationship that you've been seeking. But there are a lot of these things that you need to address because there was something you flung yourself into too quickly. Or, like I said, just happened too quickly. Maybe you just walked in and you got the job and you were like, holy shit, this is great. And you just hit the ground running and everything worked out really well for the first couple of months. And then all of a sudden, little things started coming out. I know you know what I'm saying because I know you're listening to this video still. So please give it a like. Yeah, it helps out a lot. So if you like this video, please remember to like this video. But ultimately, it means that you maybe you feel like you've lost control of something, or that something has gotten really out of hand. Well, this is the time that you can center yourself to try to understand a little bit better what is actually happening, what is going on, and if it was scenario B and you just sort of were blessed with really something happening very quickly at first, well, it's a blessing, and take it as a blessing. It's not a deception, it's not a curse, and nothing went wrong. You just got lucky and you caught a wave, and now you need to learn how to swim. And it is a little bit more strenuous. It's a lot more strenuous, and it takes more patience with yourself. And wouldn't we all like to just catch waves and be washed up onto the shore of a perfect island every day? But the truth is, we know that is not every day. And now we're like, okay, to get off this island, to do other things with my life, especially as the moon goes through Gemini, maybe you're interested in other things. You're starting to learn other things, or wanting to be seen in other ways. There's a sense of, okay, well, you got to get back out there, and that's going to take some swimming because it's a still water right now and there's no waves. And it's like, do you leave yourself sort of the victim, not the victim, I don't want to say that at all. Do you leave yourself dependent upon another wave coming by? How long are you going to have to wait for that? Or do you learn the necessary skills and tricks and trades and get the strength inside yourself to just be able to move wherever you want to go when you want to go there? So it's a conscious decision instead of just waiting for the next bus to come. Do you know what I'm saying? This is like actually a real gentle empowerment this week if you look at it from the perspective of, what can I learn from this? And how will this improve my life? Then we have, now is a lucky time. Dang. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not an unfortunate time. It's a really fortunate time. It's a really wonderful things, and there's a lot of prosperity and abundance that are coming through. This is also saying that all of those things, all of those maybe illnesses that you were dealing with, and a lot of you leave comments all the time saying, well, this happened to me 6 months ago. Okay, well, this happened to you 6 months ago, then you're catching this reading for the message I'm about to tell you, and that is, you're about to move forward. You guys, hopefully, if you've done the work, are about to catch the wave, or you're about to realize, wow, I'm swimming really easy, really quick, and I've actually reached where I want to reach. I got out there, I started swimming, I learned how to swim, I've been doing the work, and it's like things are clearing up now. We have you see clearly. There you go. You see clearly. The sky is clear. The path is clear. This is what I just heard. The path is clear. It's almost like all the shit, all the crap has really parted out of your way, but then you still come to this. And I don't want you to think that that's something that anybody can avoid right now. You still come to see, oh, I get it. But you know what? Let me tell you why I feel so good about this. There's that sense in me, because I know what I've personally been experiencing as a Cancerian. Why is this always happening to me? Why do I keep repeating the same pattern? Why am I not making any progress? What's clear all of a sudden then for you guys is that why is going to be answered. And now I'm going to dig deeper into why and where that what that why is, but I really do believe that it's also going to be very personal to each of you. So leave the comments below. I would love for you to comment on each other's comments. I'd love for you to tell me what you're experiencing. But honestly, this is a sense of you're still going to have to confront. There was a thing that you got into really quickly for whatever reason, and you're going to have to confront that boundaries need to be set. But at least you'll be able to see exactly what you need, and the purpose of that realization is this. Guys, you're lucky. There's abundance there for you. There's so much abundance to have, and it's really like being able to see it at just the right time and catching it really quickly and clearing it up really quickly so that abundance, there's prosperity available all around you. This could also mean that things will happen a lot more quickly than you expect them to after a long, arduous journey, and that you will have to walk into, especially when things happen quickly, you need to know how to swim. I don't know if any of you have ever surfed, but you won't want to try surfing if you don't know how to fucking swim. You don't want to try surfing if you don't know anything about ocean currents. You really don't. So even if things are going to start moving really quickly for you, you're going to be happy that you did the hard work and prepared for the hardship, because that's actually going to keep you in control of the wave, which we're never really completely in control of the wave, but at least we know what the hell we're doing with ourselves as we're getting dragged along. And it's taking you to a place that you want to go, but you still don't want to be sort of, floatsome in the water. You want to be engaged, you want to be involved in what you're doing. And so there's a consciousness here, and there's an awareness here to your situation that I think is so necessary. What comes out? Virgo. Virgo is coming up in many, many different ways, and Virgo is where the moon ends up. And Virgo asks the moon to fix the things that worry you. In other words, what it's saying is you're going to figure out and you're going to understand, at least by the end of this week, you're going to be able to make a list of exactly those things, those itemized things of what you have to get done. And getting those things done is going to be what clears up a shit ton of issues for you. Now, I don't care if this is your relationship. I don't care if this is your career. This is necessary stuff. I think Cancerians, we love to work. That's the truth. We are not lazy. We just fucking love to do shit. But a lot of times, because we're so intuitive, the logical doesn't reach us. It frustrates us. And the pragmatic frustrates us. And so there's just this sense of us always feeling lost. And my beautiful Cancerian sisters and brothers, you are not going to feel lost after this week. You're going to know exactly what to work on so you can just fucking get it done. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's almost going to be a relief. It's like, I've had that feeling before. I'm sure that you guys have had that feeling before, of just this sense of, I just want to know what to do. I'm not scared of doing. I'm not scared of working. I just want to know what to do. What am I supposed to do? Just please help me. I had a long talk with God the other day. I just said, I know that I have to do the work. I know you gave me these arms and legs for a reason, but I don't know what to do. So if you could just please tell me what I need to do, show me what I need to do. That's the part that I'm blindsided on. And with that clarity, I promise you that I will get shit done. I am willing to do the work, but I'm sincerely lost here. And if you guys want to take that prayer word by word or make up a prayer of your own, I'm telling you, the heaven is listening all the time, especially now. Please just clarify. Please just clear it up. Please give me the list. Please help me understand. And then a fiery climax approaches, which means you are going to be able to take action. And you're going to be able to do it quickly. And I think when you realize what has been fucking you up, you're going to be able to put things together really, really quickly, really, really easily, and move fast in the direction that you want to go. So let's get what those future predictions are going to be. And hopefully I will see you guys in the extended. Those links are below. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. I'll see you guys in the extended.